What's going on, guys? Kooks46 here, bringing you another video. Today, this might be a little bit of a longer video because there were a ton of things revealed in the San Diego studio live stream that happened today, and I can honestly say, I don't think I've been this excited for a content drop on the game maybe all year. The only thing I can think of is maybe when the career arcs came out or something like that. This, I think, is hands down the best thing they've done for the game in terms of content all year. And don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. There are some things that I think a lot of the community might have an issue with, but at the end of the day, they kind of listened to us in like the ways you acquire some of these cards, and I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Let's just go ahead and talk about what we got. So what we knew was coming today was a bunch of future stars, some new immortals, and we also knew that there was going to be a new diamond added, and it was going to be a free diamond available to everybody, and they have revealed who that is. And finally, guys, we are getting a Ted Williams card added into the game. Now, this is not the immortal Ted Williams that everybody is probably looking for. They did mention later on in the stream that you will see an immortal Ted Williams. He just hasn't made his way into the game yet, but we finally do have a Ted Williams card. He's an 87 overall rookie, and honestly, he doesn't look too bad. Taking a look at his hitting stats, Ted Williams, obviously one of the greatest hitters of all time, but remember, this is just his rookie card. 99-76 contact, 68-83 power with 93 vision, 113 discipline. The fielding's gonna suck, but Ted Williams was never really the greatest fielder. But the fact that he's got good power against lefties and good vision, and 68 power versus righties isn't the worst ever. He's gonna be nice against lefties, so he's not like it's gonna be only like a platoon righty thing. So that Ted Williams is the card that we are getting, and in order to unlock him, you have to go to your September timed program and you literally just redeem it. You don't have to do anything else. There is no mission attached to it. There is no stats or exchanges you have to do. You literally just go to your program and you can just redeem it. By the way, this comes into the game tomorrow. This is not available today. This will be available Friday, September 21st. So that's a nice little gift from San Diego Studios. Once again, you don't have to do anything to get that. You can just redeem that right away. But that is not, of course, the only thing they talked about. That was just the first little warm-up. So one thing we already knew that was coming into the game is we are getting a Future Stars card from every single team. Now, all 30 of these Future Stars cards have been revealed before. They were revealed on MLB The Show's Twitter by a bunch of different community guys. I revealed all of the American League West ones, so I'm not going to go over all the 30 cards in this video. If you want to go check them out, like I think Atron made a video on it. You can also go check out MLB The Show's Twitter as well. But basically, 30 Future Stars, there are 6 programs, one program for each division. So you're going to have an American League West, Central, East, and a National League West, Central, and East program. And basically, all you need to do is you need to go into each program and you can redeem a Future Stars card right away. So you just go and you just redeem the first National League West card. You do a mission with that National League West card. That will get you progress in the program, and then you can redeem the next one, do some missions with him, etc., until you get the diamond at the end of the program, and then you'll have to do a little stat mission with the diamond. One thing I think is very important to mention is, one, there are no exchanges involved in these programs at all. So you don't have to have any souvenirs, you don't have to do any player position exchanges, whatever those would be, none of that in these programs. And what's also nice about these programs is that they are very, very simple grinds. You don't have to get 200 at-bats with shortstops to get the, whatever the reward may be. It's so easy. The first 4 guys in the program, the first 4 golds, those are all going to be one game missions. So get 2 hits in one game with this guy, or get 5 strikeouts in one game with this guy, etc. Those missions are very easy, they're very attainable, they're simple to do. And then once you get to the diamond at the end of it, he might have a little bit of a longer mission, but it's still not going to be anything crazy. It'll be like 10 hits and like 10 RBIs, or 5 home runs, 10 RBIs total with that card. So all of these missions are going to be very, very easy. So realistically, if you play the game enough, you will have 30 Future Stars cards in your inventory pretty quickly, because like I said, no exchanges, nothing like that. All you gotta do is just play the game, and they're not very long missions at all. So you'll get 30 Future Stars cards that you can have in your inventory. Now, you might be saying, why would I do this if some of these cards might not have a place on my team? Well, these Future Stars cards are going to lead to some immortals. We have 3 immortals that they added into the game today, and I gotta say, 2 out of the 3 I'm extremely excited about. One of them, not the most excited. So let's take a look at the first of 3 new Immortals, and number 1 is going to be George Brett, 99 overall. Now, this is the card I'm the least excited about because I have Chipper Jones on my team. I could also play Mike Schmidt at third base, and those guys have way more power than this George Brett card. Now, this George Brett card isn't terrible. He's still got decent power, 80, 77. That's not bad. It's just, you know, Chipper has... he's a switch hitter with more power. Mike Schmidt can also play shortstop with better defense. For me, this is the weakest of the 3 new Immortals released, but if you're a Royals fan, if you were waiting to see a George Brett, here you go. Here's your guy. The next Immortal that was revealed to us is going to be Dennis Eckersley. We got a closing pitcher Immortal to go along with Goose Gossage as well as Billy Wagner. Now, this guy is, of course, a righty. He's got a slider, a sinker, a four-seam, and a curveball. Really, really nice pitch selection. 111 hits per 9, 118 Ks per 9, 108 walks per 9, 96 control, 76 velo, 99 break, or 93 break, I'm sorry. I would love to have this card in my bullpen. This card looks filthy. With that sinker, slider, curveball, you know, you're never really going to need to throw the four-seam fastball with the pitches that he has. This guy is going to be an absolute stud out of the pen. And then, hands down, the one that I am the most excited about, Immortal Mike Trout. You guys already know how much this is going to pump me up. We're going to have to figure out a way to somehow implement this guy into Angel in the outfield. But, of course, center fielder, can play left and right. He's got 107, 102 contact, 110, 90 power with 65 vision, 92 fielding. The arm strength is still not the greatest at 75. I would probably put him in left. 94 speed with 97 stealing. This card looks amazing. I cannot wait to get this card, and you bet your ass that card will be in my inventory. Now, a couple things about these Immortals. Number 1, once again, no exchanges necessary. You will not have to do any sort of exchanges to get these Immortals. These Immortals are basically going to work similar to how the collection rewards work, like the Eddie Matthews or the Jose Reyes or the Willie Stargell, where you basically have to collect all 5 of the equipments, but if you have 2 or 4, those will get you progress in the mission as well, so you could get to like 80%. So this is going to be a little bit of a different way to unlock these guys, and this is where I feel like some people might not love the structure. I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip where they're talking about how to unlock these Immortals, and then I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts afterwards. So this is coming straight from the devs.
So all 3 of these are connected, and we're about to show you if you want to go to the program in the game. So come tomorrow, you're gonna see the Mike Trout, Dennis Eckersley, and George Brett Immortals program right there with Babe and Stan Musial. They're going to be up there, and so they're all on the same program row. They're all together there. So like we said, you're going to get future stars. You do them all, you're going to get George Brett. Eckersley and Trout, though, we have not put out the content to get those. So why don't we look at the missions for these, and you'll see how we do this. So the first 3 missions give you 10%, 10%, and 20%. Those future stars, we're going to click into that one. And it's just to collect those program souvenirs that we just showed you at the end of every future star. So you do those, you collect those groups, boom, you got George Brett, you're at 40% of the program. And that's it. That's what your first step is. What you'll see next is kind of some mystery here of finest and postseason. So Luis, what are finest? Remind everyone, what was finest in 2017 and what will it be this year?
So finest is, we take, just like we do flashbacks for previous years, finest are the flashbacks from 2018, from this current year, and they're the best players at every position from 2018. And so they have a really cool look. We're excited to see the look that we came up for this year. Yeah. And so they're gonna be end game players there.
We're targeting somewhere in late October probably for that. That's still up in the air a little. We're gonna try to get those, but we're really trying to make sure we let the regular season end and we get all these dozen or 20 finest guys in there. So if you lean a little, come towards me. 60, so you can see 60% right here.
Yeah, right there.
So if you did 40% of future stars and then you do all the finest come mid-October, you got Eckersley and you got Trout. That's it. That's 100%. Now you don't have to do all the finest and you don't have to do all the future stars. You can also do a part of the postseason, which is also going to give you, come this way, go down to postseason, 60%. So you've got 60%, 60%, 40%. You got a lot of extra percentages, way above 100 to get Trout. A lot of different paths. postseason programs are going to be about this year's postseason guys. Remember, maybe remember last year it was like George Springer was the face of that. That comes out around mid-November after the World Series ends. World Series ends around the end of October.
Right.
So, finals will probably come out first. That's our plan. Postseason will come out after that. So it depends what you want to get done first, how fast you want to get the stuff done. But you'll have a lot of different options, and hopefully everyone's got an immortal Dennis Eckersley, George Brett, and of course,
Mike Trout.
immortal Mike Trout.
So basically, to clarify, you cannot unlock Dennis Eckersley or Mike Trout until later on, probably into mid-October, when the postseason and finest and all that stuff comes out. So the highest you can get right now, starting tomorrow, is going to be 40%. So you're able to get George Brett come tomorrow, and some people are going to get George Brett starting tomorrow. So that's where I feel like the community might not be that happy. Some people really want to get this Mike Trout right away, start using him, but they're going to make you wait a little bit for it. Similar to Conquest Destiny, how the rewards came out over time. People weren't really a huge fan of that, but this was probably in the works way before Destiny, or at least at the same time. So I don't really know what they, anticipated from the community. But anyway, you can't get Mike Trout yet, but you can get George Brett. But to kind of counter that, they did do something good where you don't need to do absolutely everything in this program in order to get Mike Trout. You don't need to get all the finest, all the postseason, and all the future stars. You could do a little bit of each, and there's plenty of different ways for you to eclipse over 100%. So there are ways to get Mike Trout that should be affordable to you, that should be, not super expensive in terms of souvenirs or anything like that, because you don't have to exchange. So overall, I think it's a pretty solid system. I just don't think the community is going to love the fact that you're not going to be able to unlock him immediately. So those are the immortals that we know are coming out tomorrow, or at least the ones that we know for sure about. Now, there are also going to be 5 other immortals, or I think it's 5, something like that, 5 or 4, I can't remember, but there are going to be more immortals coming out over time, and this is the best part for me. Some of these immortals are going to be able to be unlocked through online play. So a ranked season reward will be an immortal for October. There will be an immortal hitter and a pitcher in the new event starting October 4th. There's going to be an immortal in the ticket counter on October 19th, and then in November, the ranked season reward will be an immortal pitcher. This gives people incentive to play online. This is something that we've been asking for so long. At least the online portion of the community, the game is tailored so much towards the offline single player grind. This gives online players a sense of purpose. It gives them something to achieve by getting to World Series and winning the cumulative wins in the events. This is what we want. This is great. Now, once again, there's going to be something that I think the community is not going to love. They said at the beginning of the year that you would not be able to sell the immortals in the game. They didn't want people to be able to just buy the best cards. So you are not going to be able to sell a ranked season reward immortal or I don't know about the event. The event one was hazy. I doubt you'll be able to sell it. I don't know if there's a stub bonus or not. But as far as the ranked season rewards, you will not be able to sell those. Instead, they're just going to give you more of the stub bonus. They're going to give you like 25,000 stubs at the end of the season to kind of make up for the fact that you're not going to be able to sell the card. So that is something that I think people aren't going to love, especially the online community. But at the end of the day, it gives you something to at least strive for. You get a really, really good card just by playing the ranked season. So that to me is really nice. And the last thing they revealed to us, guys, I know we talked about the future stars earlier in this video, but we have one more future star to talk about. Probably one of the best pitching cards in the game just because of the way he is able to perform on the mound and the way he can hit at the plate. We have a 91 overall future stars Shohei Ohtani coming into the game, and man, he looks good. Looking at his pitching stats, he's got a splitter, a 4-seam, a slider, a curveball, and a 2-seam. The 4-seam and the 2-seam get up all the way to 97 plus. The splitter at 88 as his primary pitch, 93 stamina, 92-90 hits and Ks per 9, 66 walks per 9, 82 control, 97 velo, 99 break. The card looks so good from the mound. And then you take a look at his hitting stats. He's a beast against righties, 90-94 against righties. He's got 57-65 against lefties, which isn't the greatest, but he's actually, like, I could see honestly like a power buff on the numbers versus lefties. I don't know. He's been hitting the ball way better against lefties lately. But Shohei Ohtani, this to me is the best future stars card in the game. Not saying that from a bias biased Angels fan perspective. I'm saying that from the fact that he can do both things. You don't have to worry about playing matchups when you have the pitcher coming up to the plate with him. He just looks so good. Now, this card will be available in packs coming tomorrow. So this card is going to be available on the market. You will be able to buy him. You'll be able to pull him in packs. And you bet you guys are going to see a debut from him tomorrow. Just bet on that. And there you guys have it. That is everything you guys need to know about the content drop coming into the game tomorrow. I think, once again, this is the best content drop they've had the entire year, and it's happening in September, which is really nice. The game has been in a really, really bad state lately in terms of community feedback and community reception. So I think this is a great way to get people back playing into the game. I think it's rewarding for a lot of people. I think they listen to the community with things they didn't like. Like I said, not perfect, but I think this is the best one they've released all year. So I am very, very happy with the content drop. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for these cards? Are you going to go for the Immortal Mike Trout? Are you going to go for George Brett? Are you going to go for the Future Stars, etc., etc.? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. But anyway, guys, drop a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed. If you are excited for this, drop a thumbs up for that as well. Subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the new MLB The Show info. And guys, that's all I have for you. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.